Alright, what's up YouTube? Matt here. So I'm going to start a little kind of series on just different topics related to kayaking, but not really necessarily like a boat review or going down rivers or anything like that. So the first topic I want to talk about is health in kayaking, or if you have some sort of disability in kayaking. And I'd love to hear some comments from people and how they kind of overcome that and what they have, if they're willing to share. Obviously, it's a HIPAA thing, so I know there's a couple famous kayakers that have medical conditions that they have ways they cope with that and are able to paddle even really big water and stuff like that. So for myself, I actually got diagnosed with a disease called gastroparesis, which is basically my stomach, intestines, colon, and stuff like that don't really work as well as a normal person. They don't contract. So basically what that means is I can't eat a lot of food or even drink a lot of water or anything for that matter. Typically what I have in the morning is like one of these little boost things that's like 300 calories, and it takes me even a couple hours to drink that. And then for lunch, like I'll have maybe like one of these little tiny Slim Jims or something, maybe like a Chewy bar, and that's actually really hard to eat, just even that. And then for dinner, I can't eat like a semi-normal size dinner, but I do take medication to try to help with like the pain and things like that. It's a lot to deal with at times, so it definitely takes a mental toll on you after a while, and a physical toll. Back in October of this past year, I was down to about 122 pounds. So I started taking some medication at night to help with the pain and stuff like that, so I could eat at least one meal a day. And I'm back up to about 137-ish now, which is great. And kayaking helps for sure. Also, the reason I have gastroparesis is I have this condition called POTS, which is basically where your veins and stuff like arteries don't hold blood well. So a lot of your internal organs just need that blood flow. So without it, nothing works very well. So I don't know why I have it. I've been tested everywhere from Cleveland Clinic to Mayo Clinic and all these famous hospitals, but nobody can really figure it out. So I just kind of have to deal with it and what I have. But what that means is I can't do a lot of like leg type activities because the blood flows to the legs and takes away from your internal organs. So kayaking is actually really helpful for me in any horizontal type exercising because it actually pushes the blood to those internal organs. So when I kayak, I can actually eat a little more than typically just sitting here at a desk. If I did that, which is part of my job, it's really tough and leads to a hard week. But anyway, just some things to kind of that I do to try to overcome that. I had some notes here that I was looking at. And again, I want to hear from some people, so I hope you comment on this video. Let's see. One thing is just again knowing your condition and knowing my condition and limitations of boating. So like a long hike in, I have done them, but it's really hard for me because I can't just chug a bottle of water or a bottle of Gatorade. So I gotta be careful about dehydration or heat stroke or something like that, especially when it's really hot. It's so weird. It's like, if you're thirsty, you just drink a bottle of water. I can't do that. I would literally throw up. So I gotta kind of sip on stuff. So again, that awareness of what you have and how that affects you while you're paddling. Another thing is just since I don't eat a whole lot, I gotta be a little careful in the river, not overexerting myself, especially if I'm about to go down some bigger rapids and things, or if I'm play boating and I wear myself out. I've got to be a little cautious of that, especially when going down river. Like I said, when you have a lot of the river left, so I kind of try to space out play boating when I'm going down bigger rivers, just so I don't wear myself out. Another thing is just kind of your mindset. You got to have a good mindset going in, and just keep that mindset to going down to the river. So it's always positive, like, I can do it, I got this. And if I ever have the feeling that I can't do something, I'm going to walk it or walk around it, which I hate doing because I'm super competitive. But if it comes to that, you just got to realize, that's what you got to do. Another thing for me, since I've been sick for like 2 years, is I've been kind of stagnant on the water for, I paddled for 20 years and I've had really good skills, but I've always been kind of nervous to paddle bigger stuff. Now I got kids and 2 kids and a wife. But when you get sick, you kind of have a realization like, yeah, I might not be here forever. So kind of took it to that next level. And I have the skills. It's not like I don't. But it kind of pushed me over the edge to get to that next level and start paddling bigger things. And for another person, that might be, whatever it is that might push you to that next level. But in a way, I'm kind of glad that I got sick, because it made me realize like kind of the important things in my life, like my family, and really engaging those goals I want to be as a kayaker and the rivers I want to run. So I've started taking a journal list and writing down, each run I do and how many laps I did, who I was with, any events that happens, what boat I paddled, level, stuff like that, just so I can have a memory of what I did. And if my kids start paddling, they have kind of a notebook from their dad that tells what I've been doing and how I did it. So that's one thing. Another thing, just goal setting. Another thing when you kind of have a disease or disability is make sure you have a good crew with you. Personally, I would never really go down myself. I don't even like going down balcony or class 2 stuff by myself, because you just never know what can happen, especially if you're sick or have stuff like I have. You just never know when a problem might come up and you need somebody to help you. So I always try to have a good crew around me, and if I'm going to try to do something out of my comfort zone, for sure, I want somebody that knows the river, knows the lines, and can take me down in a safe manner. And that's important. That's important besides the fact, even if you're not sick or anything, just always have a good crew that you trust and are safety minded, and at least have some experience with safety and swiftwater rescue and things like that. Another thing is just having the right boat, especially being physically, if you have some sort of disability or a health problem. Like I said, I like the smaller boats, I always have, but especially when I don't have that much energy, the bigger boats take more energy out of me. But I've learned that in order to paddle the really big stuff, I'm going to just have to step up my game and paddle a big boat. So that's why I've been getting into the goat and stuff like that, which my weight is still kind of big for me, but it's fine. It does wear me out more than paddling like a small ripper or small anything, but that's what you got to do when you paddle the bigger stuff. So again, that's kind of how I go through things. It's not a great way to live with gastroparesis and POTS, but you kind of have to keep going and live your life. And that's the biggest thing I'll say, is just take what you are given as a blessing instead of a curse, and realize hey, life's in front of me. I gotta do what I want to do for my goals. I gotta take care of my family. I gotta spend time with my family. We bought our RV so my kids and wife can come with us and have a lot of fun and still be around me when I'm kayaking. So I would love to hear from all y'all out there if you have some sort of physical disability or illness or something, and how you cope with that on the river. And yeah, I think it's an interesting topic. It was brought up a couple weeks ago at an event, so I figured I would kind of bring it up. And again, if you don't feel comfortable, don't bring it up. Obviously, it's your personal business. But if you do paddle with me, just kind of know that I can't go crazy extreme. A fast pace is not something I'm going to be able to do anymore, like a race. There's no way I can race now. So it is what it is. It takes, even extreme play boating. I used to be a lot better player. I just can't hang with the conditioning anymore of play boating constantly. So, it's taken me back a little bit, but it's also made me realize, like, hey, I'm missing out on all these cool rivers I never really hit before. So I got a list of like 40 rivers that I've written down that I want to get through this year at least. So we'll see. But thank y'all out there to have taken a chance on me that didn't really know me, that's taken me down rivers and trusted me based on the fact of what I said, or just watching my videos and stuff like that. So I really appreciate it. And hope to see you on the river. And please comment and like. Thank you.